at your, I guess, full comfortable point now here at midway through the season?
Yeah, sort of. It's always some games are better, some games are worse, but overall, the comfort level is here. Just make sure you don't get too comfortable, so you stay on point.
As a team, like what's kind of the mood, I guess, in the locker room right now, where it's a pretty important part of the season here, big stretch for you guys. Obviously, a couple tough ones lately. What's kind of the mood in there?
Yeah, still positive. It's a tough stretch, a lot of games, and kind of stay in it. And we had a few tough games, but then the good thing is we play right away again, so we don't have too much time to think about it and get the small details right, so we can go up with more points.
And then I know you weren't there for a super long time, but to face the organization you made your NHL debut with, what do you think the emotions will be like? I think you did it once earlier this season.
Yeah, we played there already, but yeah, it will be fun to see a few guys and definitely motivated to play them. It was only 1 year, but still really memorable time, and will be fun.
Thanks.
Answer, come on.
Pius, did you, Fabry and Bertuzzi, ever play together on the same line in Guelph for any games, or?
Yeah, a few games, not too many, but we had a few games together. One really good one. I think I talked about it before, but yeah. So, but you see in practice, and for sure saw them a lot over those 2 years in juniors, and we must have like 5-10 games together.
What with Bertuzzi, from your memories from back then, is he the same kind of player back then as he is now? What do you remember of him from
Yeah, I mean, style-wise, I would say probably much better now, of course, but style-wise, it's pretty similar. With the grinding, he's always comes out with the puck in battles, and that's been really good for our line.
Could you see back then the success they would have, particularly offensively at this level? Did it kind of show back then some of just the skill and work they put in?
Yeah, I mean, you could tell they were really talented, but I mean, it was really long dead, and I wasn't thinking about that far, or didn't have that knowledge I have now. So I wouldn't say I knew then. That would have been a bit overstatement, but you can tell they were really good hockey players at that age.
Thanks.
Wayne St. James.
Hi, Pius. Now that you've been with the Wings for 4 or 5 months, what have you learned that maybe you didn't know when you joined and came to training camp?
Well, the one thing is how great setup we have here. Getting to know the people, but also again the whole setup with practice and playing the same arena. It's really nice. Coming every day to the same place, have all your things here, and I think that's the main thing. Otherwise, just the people, getting to know the players, coaches, much more than that.
And it just, for a player who's still new to the NHL, what did it mean to you when, a guy like Steve Eisenman calls and wants you on his team?
Well, you take it as a big compliment. It means you did some things right, and take that with pride, and hopefully you can give that trust back. It's definitely a good feeling,
And have you always?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know, as what a player he was, and also as a GM, so it's a good feeling.
Okay, just one more thing. People always talk about it. You want to be on the power play, but you spend a lot of time PKing as well. What do you enjoy about being on the penalty kill?
It's just breaking up plays, and maybe it's a momentum for the team as well. If you have a good PK shift, and it kind of maybe gets the guys going too, as well as the power play. And it's always been a thing I did, and I always look at it as also getting used to be for me. Always getting into a team, getting some extra ice time beside 5-5. If you maybe not on the power play right away, you kind of stay in rhythm and help out the team. It's as you see in this league, it's a big part. Sometimes 5-5, there's not many goals, so it's going to be decided on the special teams, and you want to be on the ice when the game gets decided.
And just with your chances on power plays, do you think you're generating enough, or kind of how would you assess your power play performance? Yours specifically.
I mean, it's been okay. I mean, definitely got the room for improvement. Little things. Sometimes it's especially pin bumper, where the puck bounces on the rebounds and stuff like that. There's always improvement. I think as a whole unit, as a whole team, we try to create more and get more out of it. And so, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Ted Colfin?
Hey, Pius, how valuable was that time in Europe for you before you got to the NHL? How much did it help you become a better player and whatnot?
I mean, it was huge for me. It's not like a much opportunity as well, but getting home, making team, and then for the years work your way up in lineup, playing with top guys on the team, getting those looks in the power play, PK, playing a lot, and it's a really good league, and it's also hard to score, so you gotta find ways and get a lot of responsibility, which is nice at their age.
What do you mean by not opportunity? There just wasn't much opportunity around NHL. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get drafted, so I mean, I already decided before that at 19 I'm gonna go home play pro, but yeah, like I said, I wasn't drafted, so I mean, it's easy.
How disappointing was that? I mean, did that kind of get you even more, extra motivated or anything? It's like, oh, I'm going to show them, or what was the feeling when that happened?
No, I mean, disappointed. Yeah, a little bit, confused a bit. You see the rank. It's been a while, but there was the rankings coming out, all that stuff. I had a good year. It wasn't my second draft year, but my second year draft eligible. But I mean, extra motivation. I don't know. I don't think so, because I was always motivated to play pro hockey and get better. You want to go pro, then you want to play national team and all that stuff. So the motivation was always there.
Did you want to try? I mean, in the back of your mind or in the front of your, did you think you were an NHL player and you wanted to try the NHL at some point, or were you gonna just, if I have to play in Europe for my career, that's fine with me?
No, it was always back in my mind as like the sort of career plan. Easy said, but it definitely was in my mind. But first step was when I went home, I was 19, so I was still in juniors, make the team, and then play more. Then you get to national team, you want to play world champion, you want to play Olympics. So it's kind of, you always take those little goals, and that was my kind of steps. I need to get a chance here.
Hey, one more question. It's a little bit different, but last season in Chicago, did you ever get a chance to play in front of fans there or not? You guys didn't have fans there all season, did you?
Yeah, the last two games we had some. Was it
Okay.
like 5,000 to 10,000 maybe? I'm not sure. So
All right,
we
but
had
that's
not the same as a normal season for sure, but at least some of it.
Did people tell you about that? It's like, I mean, obviously Chicago's home games are some of the best in the league. I mean, did you feel a little bit cheated or disappointed not getting to play in front of those types of crowds?
I mean, we played the away game there at the beginning of the year, so I was saying, but yeah, of course, you hear all this stuff and everybody's telling you, and then you get there and it's a crowd of zero. So, but it is that was even for everybody last year, so it's not that big of a deal.
Good deal. Good stuff. Thanks, Pius.
Last question, Ben Pope.
Hey, PS, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm on a flight that's about to take off, so I'll make this quick. How do you feel like you've grown, over the course of this season since coming to Detroit?
I think I got more comfortable. I'd say I feel like I've been playing better from time to time. It's maybe not as producing wise as in the stat sheet, but I think definitely took a step forward from last year and during this year, and just kind of try to keep that up and get out with my line mates, get on the score sheet as well.
When you look back at last summer, were you surprised about how things went down, that you weren't resigned and ended up going to free agency and everything?
A little bit, of course. You can tell in talks, and with time, you kind of know what's might be happening. But at the end, you're still, I didn't know the NHL that well with all this kind of right things, and I mean, obviously, then I informed myself I knew, but I had never experienced like an off season, so I was still at the end a little bit surprised.
Are there any players on the Hawks you've kept in touch with or talked to, ahead of this game tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. Kershey, talked to him from time to time, and a few other guys.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, those are all the questions we had today for Pius. We'll be back shortly with Coach Blashill.